What up, you guys? I believe it's 7:20. What's up? What's up? What up? It's your girl QadriyyahMarie. I'm here tonight. I'm back doing my scholar talks, my live chats on Facebook Live, as you guys can see who are watching tonight. And I'm feeling good. I have been, of course, obviously the whole week since it was my birthday last Wednesday, February 7th. Shout out to all the Aquariuses in the house. So I've been feeling good, like I said, all week. I'm going to be like this all month, all worked up. What's up, you guys? Thank you guys for joining. Shay, that was bugged out. If you guys just saw my post I put up about this Craigslist ad, I was looking for part-time jobs, and I was looking into maybe, having some type of driving position, because it's something I haven't done. I said, this would be, good money, and I get to network and maybe meet new people that way. So I went on this Craigslist ad, and I'm looking, and, the information, was kind of sketchy, but I was like, well, maybe they're not the best with grammar or whatnot. I was giving them, excuses. And then I called this number that they have listed, and the next thing I know, they start explaining how it's a driving position for topless dancers and for escorts, I guess, in the New York City area. And then they start breaking it down about how much money you can make. How you can make $60 an hour for a 10-hour shift, plus I guess another $600 to $1,000 for commissions, and you can make more money if you go on what they call executive calls with these topless dancers and escorts along with their clients. So I don't know, child, but as Shay told me, she said that it's a scam, and I was just like, this is crazy, because I totally wasn't expecting that type of call. I was thinking it was going to be somebody just answer the phone, somebody in their house or something like that. But I wasn't expecting it to be a driver for topless dancers / escorts. That was just crazy, child. What's up, Lavari? Thank you guys for joining. I just had to get that out because I saw Shay come on and she just commented on my post about this. But that is crazy, because it's like we're out here, looking for part-time jobs. People are trying to make, money with secondary income, sometimes third. And it's just like, you respond to an ad, and it's to be a driver for an escort or topless dancers along with their clients. So who knows what you might be witnessing in that ride. But it was just crazy, though. But I'm still going to go on, after the show. I'm going to go on and still be looking to apply for different jobs. Like I said, driver positions. If anybody out there knows of any, part-time job I can apply for, hit a sister up. I'm up in North New Jersey, so holla. But I'm feeling good, though. I know, Carl. No, I'm not about to do that. It just was crazy because I wasn't, like I said, expecting it to be a job like that. I was thinking it was going to be a driving job, just in the New York, New Jersey area, where, of course, I pick people up and drop them off, but I didn't know it was going to be that kind of job. So it was just crazy. I was like, well, damn, it's just... Because if you look at the ad, I wish I could go back and find it, maybe post it or something. But when you look at the ad, there's totally no way for you to have any idea that that's what type of job that's advertising. But as Shay said, it's a scam. The guy basically is trying to get you to send him money first before, he sends you out on the job. Because I started to look it up online. I was scooping. Because I was like, this is crazy as hell. So I went online. I started looking up what they call rip-off reports and stuff. So I was like, this shit is crazy. What's up, Chris? Happy belated to you as well. Okay, so let me get into the top because I had to get that off my chest tonight too. But yeah, I just wanted to know, how do you guys feel about Valentine's Day? Do you think that it's okay to have more than one Valentine? And I bring this up because I've been seeing people post about this, both single people and people in relationships. It's like the different opinions is crazy to see. And it was even more wild is that I see some single people saying the same things as married couples, as far as not really believing in Valentine's Day now. And, when I was younger, of course, as all of us, as we all were younger, it was a big holiday. Everybody had to do all these different things, whether it was, cards or chocolates, flowers. Even when you were at school, they made it a big thing, Valentine's Day and stuff with chocolates and stuff. But nowadays, I'm seeing people really not care as much. And I don't know where that shift, started to really happen. But, I was on Facebook all week reading other people's posts. And I'm just like, I don't think people really care too much. Even married couples now, they're just like, whatever. People, I think, feel like it's something that you should do every day of the year. I think that's, one of the reasons, but I also think it's the fact that people just maybe not, they just don't really care as much, or it's the money thing. I think that's another factor. The fact that people don't have the money to go out and spend all this, money trying to be better than they did the year before. I think that's coming, happening now. Yeah, because, I'm working, I had about 3 different jobs, but I'm looking for something else instead. I'm looking for something that's going to pay more than what I'm doing now. So that's where I'm at. That's why I was talking about the Craigslist thing and stuff. But yeah, you guys can share your opinions. As Chris said, money or morals. I'm sorry, my little camera's going. Money or morals. I don't know. Either way, I feel like people don't really care too much for the holiday as much now. And like I said, I brought up the, is it okay to have more than one Valentine? Because I'm starting to see this, and don't get mad at me now. I'm starting to see it now where people think it's okay to have more than one. And that's why I wanted to ask you guys your opinion on it, because now it's like, I don't know if it's necessarily acceptable, but I'm seeing people are going out and saying that they can't have, or they don't want to have just one Valentine. So I don't even know what really Valentine actually means. I was trying to go back and look up, the holiday. I'm sure some of you know the history for Valentine's Day actually isn't revolved around, candy and all this commercialism that we have. It's a pretty violent, violent past actually, but I don't want to get too much into it, because then I'll be on here reading, doing all this stuff. I don't feel like doing all that tonight. I'd rather talk, to you guys. But it's just crazy because, like I said, people nowadays, people don't feel like it's okay, or that they should be forced to have, just one person that they would consider a Valentine. Whereas, years ago, it used to be a big thing to say, this person is special to me. This person is, is my Valentine. Now it's like people aren't even really saying that now. And nowadays people are just confused, and they don't have, trust in anybody no more. So it's like, I feel like people are just out there now. And that's where it's coming down to, because like I said, even years ago when people spoke about Valentine's Day, it was, very loving. It was touching, emotional, romantic and stuff. Now it's like you really don't see too much of that. Now it's just like people are just like, okay, it's just a day for me to, get some, get some, and also just to eat, get chocolates, or, go out to eat and stuff. Which I don't, obviously it shouldn't just be like, a day for just that and things. And I also agree, with other people that, it should be done daily. It shouldn't be just a one-day thing where you're expecting all these gifts. And I think it's more for women, of course, nowadays. It's very odd to hear a man, complain about, Valentine's Day or not receiving a gift. I totally think that, that's a woman thing. And women, we feel sometimes if we don't get anything, it's like we feel like, the man, he doesn't care about us. He doesn't love us enough. And I don't think that should be, top. Oh, my ass. I don't think that should be on a woman's mind, as far as that if a man doesn't buy you something on that particular day, that means that he doesn't care about you. But I hear, a lot of people say that. Oh, yeah, thank you, cuz right now I'm trying to discuss just, as far as Valentine's Day, but we can talk about other things later on after the show. But yeah, you guys can, like I said, send me, your comments, whatever you guys feel. As far as, the holiday, are you guys even celebrating, Valentine's Day, or what do you guys think about that? Because now for me, it's just pretty much, my mom giving me, some chocolates and stuff, which is fine. And like I posted earlier, a few days ago, that I'm just going to go out and buy my own, broad pecan delights and just have my own little self-love moment on Wednesday and things. The last year I was in a relationship, so my mind was a little bit different. I was, with somebody, so it was a little bit different for me. But now I'm single, so now I really don't care as much. I'm back to, that single person thinking, where it's like, the hell with this holiday and all that stuff. I don't want to be hateful or nothing. I have seen some women, post, hateful things. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to be that woman, because that's what, people expect. They're expecting single people to come on and be saying all these crazy things and whatnot. Melvin, what's up? What's up? He says, my point is Valentine never had jack to do with us anyways, period. This is a paganistic day with rituals. Yeah, that's very true. He says, all about money and don't have shit to do with love. You can give someone a gift. Hold on, let me see. I got to read all this. You can give someone a gift any day out of the darn year. I am a giver 24/7, so it's not ever about me. Don't want to spend money. That's nothing. Real talk. Yes. I definitely agree with 100%. Let me get back in place here. I definitely agree with everything that you said, Melvin. I think a lot of people are also feeling the same way. And like I said, the money thing is a big thing. And again, it should be something that you do every day. It shouldn't be, just be that one day. And it is all about money as well as a number of other holidays, obviously, including Christmas. But I don't want to get into that because I know how, you start getting into religion and holidays and stuff, how people can get. But I definitely agree with that as well. Javon says Valentine's Day is overrated, LOL. Yeah, I feel like a lot of things are overrated. I'm starting to feel like marriage is overrated too, but I'm going to leave that for another conversation. I was just talking about that with my mom, how I feel like marriage is not necessarily for everybody. I don't feel like people should be pressured into that. And it's the same with Valentine's Day. I feel like people, especially people in relationships, they feel like they're obligated to go and spend money and go and do all these different things. And like I said, do more, bigger and grander than they did the year before. And next thing you know, you're sitting up there with no money, in your pocket. And if you're a guy doing this, the woman's really going to be pissed at you then, because she's going to be like, well, why did you go out and spend all this money on me and now we ain't got money for this? So you know how women can be. So if you're a man, taking a woman out, try to be, conservative. Hopefully you have someone who's not about, you going out spending all this money, who actually cares about the thoughts, that goes into it. But never mind. Javon says marriage is damn overrated. Yeah, it's just crazy. I feel like all these societal pressures that people are feeling nowadays, whether it's Valentine's Day or whatever holiday or marriage, people, I feel like, are doing things just because they feel like they're supposed to do that, instead of doing it because they should do it, or that's what they feel like they want to do. And that's what's starting to bother me with all these different things. And even the question I was asking, is it okay to have more than one Valentine? The average person would say, no, it's not okay. They would just say, just that one person, you love that person. It's just, you guys, one unity or whatnot. But I'm starting to feel like it is okay to have more than one. I know people are going to get my ass for saying this. But I feel like you can have more than, like I said, more than one person. And I think that should be okay too. I feel like everybody, is different. I don't feel like everybody should be stuck having to conform with what everybody else is saying. And I know everybody's different. People have, they're different, religion and different faiths and things like that, and beliefs and what they feel is right. But I'm to this point now that I don't try to judge people as much anymore. When I see people doing something, if I know that's a genuinely, good person or whatnot, I'm not going to get all worked up with how their relationships are. I found that out, even with, friends, everybody's relationship is different. It's like you can't compare what you're doing to what, somebody else is doing in their, Lord have mercy, to what somebody else is doing in their relationship. And it's like when you try to get in and try to see what's going on with somebody else and telling them what that they need to fix or things they need to do, people are not going to listen to you. They're going to do what they want to do anyway. So I feel like people should respect your wishes too. If you feel like you want to have more than one, about one Valentine in your life, then go right ahead. I don't feel like it should be a big thing, especially if everybody involved knows what's going on. I think that's a big thing. When you keep secrets, that's when issues start coming up. When you don't tell people how you feel. If you want to be with more than one person and you're in a monogamous relationship, you need to tell the other person. Like, I think that's a big thing. Just tell the other person how you're feeling, and a lot of these issues would just be resolved, because you never know. You might be dating somebody and they might be open to something else too. They might be okay with having, a polygamous relationship or polyandry, relationship. But sometimes you really don't know until you open your mouth up. But again, that's, communication, issues that goes on. So, cause we can talk about this a little later. I want to focus just on, the topic, at hand. So I'll hit you up. I'll message you a little bit later, okay, and we can talk about that. So we can get into all that stuff later. But again, you guys, like I said, you can share your opinions on the topic tonight as far as, Valentine's Day. That's why I got, my red and stuff on, and I was trying to represent, for the holiday, and that's pretty much it. What you see is what you get. And, I feel, like I said, I feel good. I don't want to bash, like I said, the holiday and whatnot. I am planning to celebrate Valentine's Day, of course, by myself. I'm going to be working, whatever. And then when I come home, I'm just going to enjoy my little wine, my Moscato, probably pink Moscato. And that's it. My Russell Stover's chocolate, and just relax myself. I might go, to a spa. Shout out to Dane. I might go get, a massage, later on this week or something like that. But that's pretty much it. I really don't think there's, too much to it. The only other thing I would do is maybe go out to eat. But that's like, that's something I do like, all the time. So, that's all it would be for me. I'm not going out with anybody, in that capacity or whatnot. So Melvin says, I was only into it because my wife was into it. But slowly, busy, surely, she is coming out of it because she's becoming more conscious now that she is taking psychology. Wow, good for her, yo. Thank God it's time for our people to finally wake up and stop being bamboozled over the European holidays. Yes. If we could only imagine all the money we burn on these darn holidays that have nothing to do with us. Outthinking has become conditioned just as planned by the elites. We brought into by being ignorant of the facts. Real talk. Yeah, we definitely have been brought into. We've been brought into a lot of other things, as you mentioned, as far as European holidays. And I don't know how we're going to actually get out of that because it's already ingrained in us to celebrate these holidays. So it's really a challenge. It's going to be a big, transition for people to get out of, this type of thinking. Just like Christmas, that's just, like telling a Christian, a black Christian family that they shouldn't really celebrate Christmas anymore. And, that's been going on for how many, generations in everybody's family. So it's just like, that's not, I mean, right now I can tell you that's something that's not ever going to stop. That's just how it is. You have these little small specks of family celebrating other holidays. But for the overall, most blacks in, this country here, they ain't going to stop celebrating Christmas. They ain't going to stop celebrating Valentine's Day. I know that for a fact. But now I think people, like I said, people are going through issues financially now. So because of that, now they're thinking, more about what to celebrate, what not to celebrate. And I don't know if it's really a belief system that's due with it. It's just the fact that they don't have the money. Like they can't afford to do certain things as before. And they just don't care as much. I think that's another reason. People just don't care so much about having to prove a point, which I think is a good thing. It used to be black people, especially, I'm saying black because I can relate. Black people are so focused on impressing other people and trying to prove that they got, so damn much. And I think that's one of the big things that we're always going to have to deal with. Within the African American culture, always trying to show that we have all these things and keeping up with the Joneses and stuff. And I think that's part of our issue when it comes to, as you said, these European holidays and stuff. But now we are, like you said, becoming more conscious and stuff now. Not just your wife, but I think in general, we're all starting to become more aware of what's been going on and being conscious of, what we spend as well, which I'm glad, to see. Because that's what we need. We need to learn how to get our money right, budget, and learn how to do things the right way so that our monies can grow. And we're not just wasting money, like you said, on these European holidays, and then we're not taking care of home. We don't have any generational wealth for, our children and grandchildren. We just spending up money. And then when we go, there's nothing. The only thing we got left to show is this big old, teddy bear in the house. What's up, you guys? Thank you guys for joining. Again, we're talking about, of course, Valentine's Day is why I got my little red 80s shirt on in the background. So we're just talking about that, and if you believe it's okay to have more than one Valentine, and what does having a Valentine even mean to you? Nowadays, I don't even hear people really using this word that much. When I was little, I used to hear this all the time. Now I don't hear people saying it as much. Now it's just, my boo, That's what you hear now, my bae and all this stuff. There's, it's like no one really uses it too much, which is kind of weird. Melvin says we have to change our thinking, which means slowly deprogramming ourselves. Then we try, let me see. Let me pull this up. Okay. Then we have to deprogram ourselves with real self-knowledge and awareness of how this game of life is being played as a whole. Yeah, that's true. The elites are playing chess while we are still playing checkers. Go ahead, brother. Yeah, you're definitely on point tonight. And you definitely have me, thinking about things too. And I think it's something that we're all trying to figure out what's going on, especially as far as this deprogramming. As we were talking about a few minutes ago, people are becoming, like I said, more conscious and things. What's up, cuz? What's up? Again, thank you guys for coming on tonight. I had to come back doing my SkolerTalk, and I just wanted to focus on, a little Valentine Day stuff. I'm actually craving some chocolates now. I had Snickers earlier, but now now that I'm talking about this, I'm craving more and more chocolate. So if anybody wants to bring me some, pecan delights or something, you can bring it over for your girl. I always gotta have a little taste of chocolate. As I'm sure most women out there, have a craving. I never hear men crave for chocolate, so I don't know what that's about. If it's just in us or what. Yeah, what's up, Melvin? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go and follow your posts. I do be seeing a lot of stuff you post, so they do have people thinking and making us question certain things and whatnot. LaShawn said, I need you to come over and wash my invisible dishes in the nicest uniform. Yeah, I mean, that's cute, though. I mean, I can understand something like that, going on. But it's like people don't do stuff like that no more. It's just, whatever. I don't know. So it's really hard when I talk to people. Everybody has their own, opinions on what they think, about Valentine's Day. And, of course, single people, their thinking is a little bit jaded. So when I listen to them, I'm just like, okay, I get it. Because I know what that's like. I'm in the same boat. So when they say things, whatever, this, that, everybody got something to say. It's totally different when you're in a relationship versus when you're not. Cuz, what's up? She said, I don't celebrate, but gifts and appreciative gestures are always nice. Yeah, that's true. And I think that's why people are still, holding on to the holiday. Because that is true. I do like to receive, gifts and things like that. Like I said, I love to receive chocolates, which is, it shouldn't be just about that. But I do enjoy giving that or receiving as well. So that's always a plus, as far as the holiday. But it really, like my mom says, she says, it's about, love and being around, the people that you love and whatnot in your life, which is, a good way to, look at it. So it's not all, revolved around, who's with who and who's dating who's got the biggest gifts and who did this for their man or their woman. Let it just be, like she said, just about surrounding yourself with, the people you love. And once you think of it that way, then you don't really, get wrapped up so much, in the gift giving and, who has what and, thinking about so much whether you're single, if nobody loves you or nobody wants you. Because that's a whole issue. I know how this holiday, makes people feel that when they're not in a relationship, they really start to feel that loneliness feeling. But then you have a lot of people out here who, are happy, being single. Some people, they were divorced, and they're like, they don't ever want to go back to the feelings that they had when they were, in that relationship because it wasn't healthy for them. But now that they're single, they're actually feeling, free and happy and things. So they always think just because, somebody's single that means that they're, that their life is over. Their life might actually just be beginning, in that sense. And then you got those people who are in between who, they're okay if they have somebody, but if not, they're going to go on and continue with what they're doing anyway in life. You can't sit there and dwell on the fact whether or not you have a Valentine. Maybe you're not supposed to have somebody right now. Maybe you are supposed to be your own Valentine, like I said, self-love. And focus on yourself and getting yourself right, because you're not going to be any good to somebody else if you don't feel that self-love within yourself first. And that's something that I've learned and I'm still working on, even, myself, getting myself, feeling right before I can join myself with the next person. Because she says it's good to do random acts of kindness throughout the year when you're with someone, not just a day. Consistency is key. Yeah, that's very, very true. people focus so much on just the one day when you can be doing all these other things throughout the year to make somebody, feel special. And especially those random acts, those are the best ones, the surprises, when you're not expecting something. Of course, on Valentine's Day, you already have in your head to expect something. But it would be nice if you get something, the first week, January or, middle of July or whatnot. Then those are nice. Those make a person feel special. Like, okay, you were thinking of them without it being a reason to think about giving them something, besides, Christmas or birthdays. It is nice to give, to people. And like I said, it doesn't have to be just a significant other. You can do that with, any loved one, your friend, family, co-worker. It's always nice to do those little things. So shout out to my cousin for that comment, that post, because it's true. And like I said, people get themselves really worked up when they're not with somebody just because of the holiday. And I'm just like, don't worry about it, child. Just go on and, do you, maybe you'll, be blessed, for the next year and whatnot. So you have to think of the good things. And like I said, focus on self-love and giving love to those people that, is in your life, those people who are there, supporting you, your friends and family and people. Give love to those people. And, that's something I've dealt with. I feel like, oh, I'm single and I have a big heart. Aquarius, we got these big hearts in here. And I'm always thinking, oh, I don't have no one to share all this with. But then I start thinking about it. I'm like, wait, I have, all these friends and cousins, like my cousins on here tonight. And I have all those people to share my love with, until, that next person, comes along and, maybe a child. So let's just keep my fingers crossed on that. But I'm definitely not, in no rush for either one of those. Right now, my focus is just on me. I'm trying to get my money up and stuff together. As y'all saw my Craigslist post, I said I was looking for a part-time job. And this freaking number was to be a driver for topless dancers and escorts. So that's just crazy as hell. I think I'm going to be talking about that the rest of tonight until tomorrow, because that was just bugged out, y'all. I was just like, seriously, it's like, okay, yeah, I need extra cash, extra money in my pocket, but I can't do it. I can't get myself to drive around escorts and stuff. So, as I was told that, it was a scam anyway, because somebody else, called the same number that they saw online before I did. So I got out of that situation, but it's just crazy because it's probably not the only ad like that. And it's like people are out here applying for jobs, trying to get money, whether it's for the holiday or just whatever. And it's just like you come across stuff like that. So that was just bugged out, y'all. So now it's like when you're applying for jobs and stuff, you got to really, research before, you give out all your information. But I can do a whole nother, SkolerTalk on that. Again, like tonight, I just was, talking about, Valentine's Day, what you guys thought about it. But as most people said, they just feel like it's definitely, overrated. She said, no, damn it. Yeah. I think people just feel like this holiday is just like kind of done with in a way. But like I said, just if you focus just on the people, your loved ones, things like that, then, it's sweet. Then it's a nice, giving holiday, which you should do all year round anyway. But if you do want to, participate, in the holiday, you can do it with everyone that you love in your life. And that's what I'm going to do. Try to focus on, the positives and things and not be focused on the fact that, I'm going to be home alone sipping my wine and eating chocolates. So I might even throw in some Dunkin' Donuts or something. Maybe a movie or something like that. I don't know, child. But either way, it's just a regular day for, people to, Wednesday, regular day. Just get yourself, together. Like I said, start loving yourself more and more. I think if people really, develop their self-worth, they wouldn't allow certain things and whatnot to get to them. And that's another show, because I do want to talk about that. I'm going to have somebody else come on and talk about ways to, build up your self-love and your self-esteem, because like I said, these issues that people have within themselves, it blocks them from bringing love and things around, around them in their life. But I'm about to sign off. I got to finish cooking. I was fixing some chicken Alfredo in my kitchen and things, so I got to mess around and do all that. So I'm going to sign off. I thank you guys for coming on. I might come back on Wednesday. I don't know when, but I'm going to be, resuming my Scholar Talks and whatnot on here. And then I'm going to, like I told you guys in the previous post, that I'm going to start up a new podcast as well. So I thank you guys for coming on. I always got to fix my glasses and stuff up so they'll be falling off. But God bless you guys, and I hope everybody has, blessed night. Good night, you guys.